Welcome to Data Guy, the channel dedicated to helping you unlock the power of data.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the SQL Tutorial Series. In the last few videos, we have learned how to select data from our Farmers Market Dataset using the select and from clause. So in today's video, we're going to take things up a notch, okay, and explore one of the most important parts of SQL, that is the where clause, along with some useful operators like and, or, not, between, and like operators. Okay, and these are the tools that help us filter data and get exactly what we needed from a large data set. So let's get started. The where clause is used to filter rows based on a specific condition. Okay, and when you write a query with where, SQL only returns the rows that meet the condition. Okay, now let's go to our MySQL workbench so that I can explain you in detail. Okay. Now the problem statement is extract all the product names that are part of product category 1. Okay, so for this we need to get the data from the product table. Okay, so now let me the data select star from product. Now if I run this, you see that uh, since I used a star, I got all the columns in the table and of course all the data. Totally there are 23 rows. Now let us extract the data that is a part of only product category 1. Okay, for that what we need to do is we have to insert the where clause after the from clause, because as per the syntax, SQL starts with select, from, and where. Okay, so we'll include the where clause here, where, and we should mention the product we should mention the column name is product category ID. So product product category ID is equal to 1. Okay, now let us see how many rows that SQL returns. You see this, when we use select star from product without any filter, that is without the where clause, it returned 23 rows. When we included the filter, that is a where clause, that is product category ID is equal to 1, we get only 13 rows. And when you scroll down, you see only the details of products from product category 1. So this is how where clause works. Okay, now with the same syntax, let's extract all the product names except of product category 1. So now what we need to do is we need to extract all the details of the product apart from product category 1. That means they want rest all other categories. Okay, for that let's write the query again. Select star from product where product category ID. Now what we need to do is we need to write the opposite of product category 1. That is, instead of writing product category is equal to 1, we need to write product category is not equal to 1. For that you can write in two ways. You can either use an exclamation mark is equal to 1. Okay, so first I'll execute this, then I'll show you the second method. Now when we run the query, okay, we got 10 rows, and when you scroll down the result, you'll see all the other product category ID except the product category 1. Okay, now like I said, there is another way to write the same thing. Let me copy this, let's hide this. Okay, we use this hash symbol to insert text in between the queries. SQL does not read this when you use an hash. Okay, now the second method is, instead of exclamation and equal to, just use the lesser than and the greater than symbol. Now when you run it, you'll get the exact same result. It means that you can use both ways. You can either use an exclamation mark and an equal to sign, or you can use the lesser than and greater than sign. Both denotes the not equal to expression. Okay, now that you clear, so this is how you can use where clause in SQL. Okay, now going back, next is the and or operator. The and operator lets you combine multiple conditions. That is, all the conditions must be true for a row to appear in the result. Okay, the or operator returns if any one condition is true. Okay, now let's go to our MySQL workbench so that I can explain you in detail. The thing is, the problem statement is extract details of customers with first name Jane, Bob, and Betty. Okay, so it means that we need to use the customer table for this. So let us write the code. Select star from customer table. Write the where clause. Write it as customer first name is equal to, use double quotes to mention the name because it's a string chain, and use the or operator. Okay, or operator, then again use, write the column name equal to Bob within double quotes, and or operator, and customer first name equal to Betty. Okay, now let us look at the result. So let me run this code. Okay, see, now we have received only 3 rows with the details Jane, Bob, and Betty. Okay, we use the or operator because we want but for this example, instead of or, if I use and, let's see what happens. If I use and then run the code, I'll get an empty 0 rows return because it cannot satisfy all 3 names, because one row can have only one of these. So instead of and, if the right operator to use is or. Okay, it means that now when I run this, I'll get the result. So when this customer ID 1 goes, it has Jane, so it satisfies one of the condition. Any one condition is true, it will return this row. That is the objective of our operator. Okay, so we got it. Now let us use the same thing. Let us write the same query using in operator. Now you'll understand how easy it is to use in instead of or. Select star from customer where customer first name, instead of writing equal to Jane and using or operator, and no, we have mentioned the column name thrice and we used the or operator. Instead of that, we can write it simple using in, right, where customer first name in, put a bracket and write all the names. Okay, Jane, Bob, Betty. Okay. Now Let's run this. See, we got the same result, because instead of writing the column name again and again for 3 times, here we wrote only one, but we used in operator instead of or. So this is a power of in operator. Okay. Now let us use the and operator for once. Okay. Now the problem statement is, uh, we have to extract the data from the customer purchases table with the transaction which happened in the month of June with product ID 1. Okay. So any row which satisfies both the condition should be displayed. Okay. So now let us write the query. Select star from customer purchases. So I'll just extract the customer purchase table to show you what exactly we need. Okay. Okay, there is no June. For safety, let me just put July. Okay, we want the transaction which has happened on July with product ID 1. Okay, so now let us see. So we have written select start from customer purchases. Now let's write the where clause filter, where product ID is equal to 1, and we'll use the AND operator, and market date is greater than, we want in the month of July, right? So 0, is 31. Okay, let us close this in a bracket so that there's no confusion. Now let us run this and see. It has written only 30 rows. Let us see the condition. We have product ID in all the rows, then we have the market date, which is in the month of July, in all the rows. So the rows which satisfies both product ID is equal to 1 and market date between 1st of July till the 31st of July, it is mentioned. Okay. So this is how you can use the AND operator. Okay. Now let us see the next one. Okay. Okay. We have used the no, we have saw the in operator. That is, whenever we have a list of values to filter from, we can use the in keyword and provide a comma separated list of values to compare against. And not in, it's the opposite of in. Okay. Now the next one is between. Whenever we have no range based questions, you can use the between keyword. So let me show you in detail this. Here the problem statement is extract the purchase data with quantity from 1 to 3. Okay, so when you look at the customer purchase table, select start from customer purchases. Okay, now the problem statement is we have to extract the rows with just quantity from 1 to 3. Okay, since we have a range of values, let us write the where condition, where write the column name, quantity between 1, right, and The thing, the most important thing you should remember with the between operator is that when you use between, it actually includes the first value and the last value itself. Okay. Uh, Here, what happens is we have actually made a mistake. I have used only greater than. Actually, I'm supposed to use greater than or equal to, because when I don't use equal to, it'll include the date from 2nd of July to, it will not include the 31st. It will include the data from 2nd of July to 30th of July. So we should always use the greater than or lesser than symbol to get the right result. Okay, now let us run this again and see how many rows it gives. See, it gives 34 rows. Previously, when I executed the query, it showed only 30 rows. It means that since we didn't use this equal to sign, we have actually lost 4 rows. Now that we have fixed it, the total number of rows which was written was 34. Instead of 30, it is 34. Okay, so always we need to use this. But in the case of between, you don't have to use this equal to, greater than, or lesser than, because by default when you use between operator, it will include the first and the last value. It's been, it will include. So let me run this query. 1 and 3. Got it. So when you look now, it has both 1 and greater than 1 and lesser than 3. Okay, it is mentioned. So we have total of 526 rows. Okay, that is how we can use the between operator. Now let's go to the next one. In SQL, we have an operator called like. Okay, so let me tell you what it is. You can search for partially matched string using a comparison operator called like. And now wildcard character. Okay, the like is operator, and the percentage symbol is the wildcard characters. Okay, which serves as a placeholder for unknown characters in a string. Okay, let's go to the MySQL workbench so that I'll explain you in detail. Here the problem statement is extract the details of customer. Okay, not this one. This one. Extract all the customers whose name starts with JA. Okay. Now let me first extract the data from the customer table so that I can explain you from the customers. If you see this, the problem statement is we need to get all the data with customer first name which starts with JA. Okay, we have Jane, Janet, Jack, all these names, all these rows which has these names should come. Okay, now let's write the where condition. We'll use where. We need to write the column name, customer first name, then write the like operator, like. Always use the quotation mark. Okay, let's use the double quotation, and it should starts with JA. So write JA and use the percentage symbol and close the bracket. This percentage symbol means it can contain any other, like for example JA is fixed, and after that this is a wildcard character. It acts like a placeholder for the remaining strings. Okay, now let me run this query and show you what is the result. Got it. See, 4 rows I've written. All the 4 rows has the first name which starts with JA. First one is Jane, JANE, then Janet, Jack, and James. Okay, so JA is fixed, and after JA, it can have any other text characters or alphabets. That is why we use the placeholder symbol. So by using this like operator, we can actually extract the partially matched strings using this operator. Okay, you can use the where clause with and, or, not, and between operators, and these are some of the most powerful tools of filtering your data in SQL. Okay, So in the next video, we'll learn about functions like distinct and about nulls. Okay.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Data Guy channel.